Welcome to Summer in Smallywood, the video game-based learning tool that is designed to improve the essential skills of oral communication, working with others, and thinking in young adults. Summer in Smallywood is a series of 3 online games and wraparound learning materials. The games have been designed for use in a variety of youth-focused settings, including classrooms, employment and literacy programs, youth drop-in centers, and companies employing young people. Each module is designed to utilize the inherent learning properties of video games, which include a focus on problem solving, exploration, and re-evaluating goals. This short online tutorial is designed to help you get the most out of Summer in Smallywood and show you how it can be used to increase essential skills. When you visit summerinsmallywood.ca, the first page you'll land on is the home page. We wanted to make the game as easy to access as possible, so you'll notice the game has already loaded and is ready to play below. Before we jump in and start playing the game, I'm going to quickly run down some of the other things you'll find on the site. Whether you're using Smallywood yourself, in a group-based environment, or one-on-one with a student, the Facilitator Resources section offers additional ways to enhance the essential skills learning opportunities found in the game. By clicking on each of these links, you'll open up a PDF of a document to view on your computer or to easily print and have a hard copy. Think of the Facilitator's Guide as an example lesson plan for Summer in Smallywood. It breaks the game up into its individual essential skills, lists the skills and abilities that our player will learn, and offers suggested discussion questions and resources. And if you're not an expert at video games, don't worry. You don't need to be. The last few pages of the Facilitator's Guide are devoted to a complete, step-by-step walkthrough of each game. Now, if a student is ever stuck, you can help them get past each obstacle the game may present. The self-assessment shows the player a breakdown of all the skills they'll learn. It also gives the player a chance to assess their essential skills knowledge before and after playing the game. The activities should be used after playing. They're broken up by game, and the questions allow the player to relate what they learned in Smallywood to their own personal situations. If you finish Summer in Smallywood, you'll probably notice that we make fun of printable certificates at the end. Well, sure enough, people started requesting them, so we included one in the resources section. Now that we learned about the facilitator resources, it's time to jump into the game. Let's click on play and get started. If you've loaded Summer in Smallywood for the first time, you should have 3 empty profile slots. Smallywood saves your progress automatically while you're playing. Once you create a profile, you'll be able to start your game at the exact point you left off each time you re-enter the game. I don't know about you, but I have millions of usernames and passwords on the internet, and it's hard to keep them all straight in my head. To avoid this, profile data is stored on each computer accessing the game. That means that if you want to progress through Smallywood during different playtimes, you'll need to be using the same computer. Let's start off creating our character. Here you'll be able to select the look of your player and give him or her a name. Once you've put in your information, you'll see the Game Select page. Summer in Smallywood is broken up into 3 different games: oral communication, working with others, and thinking skills. The empty hearts below each title will be filled as you complete each game. The games were divided by individual essential skills because some people may want to play all 3 games, while others may choose to simply focus on 1 or 2. Each game will take the player 30 to 40 minutes of playtime to complete, but adding the self-assessment and activities sheets could make that play total jump to about 60 minutes. For the purpose of this demo, let's select the oral communication game. Before we start playing, you'll see a short introduction to the world of Summer in Smallywood.
This is Smallywood. It's an amusement park where everything has been built super tiny. The rides are small, and your paycheck is even smaller. The park's eccentric owner, Mr. Smallywood, wants to retire. He's offering a promotion to the employee who can master 3 essential skills. This is your shot at greatness. Listen well. Use your head, and you'll succeed at becoming Mr. Wood's second in command of Smallywood.
By clicking on different areas of the ground, you'll move your character around. Click on items or objects in Smallywood to learn more about this truly lame theme park. To achieve certain objectives in the game, you'll need to talk to your coworkers. They're going to be the ones wearing purple and staring forward at you. Let's click on Mr. Wood, the owner and creator of Smallywood, to learn about what we need to accomplish in this game.
Well, it's happened again. One of your co-workers has upset Mrs. Bitterhausen.
That's the 5th time this month. Are you taking care of it again, Mr. Wood?
No, I'm trying to retire. I'd like to promote someone to be my second in command. These are the problems you'll have to deal with if you want to be in the big leagues. You are still interested in the promotion, aren't you?
Of course, Mr. Wood. But you actually want me to deal with Mrs. Bitterhausen? Alone?
You got it. I'll be watching to see how you do. She's standing over there on the other side of the restaurant.
You'll notice that all of the characters in Smallywood are fully voiced. If you want to turn off those voices at any time, you can click on the speaker in the lower right corner of the screen. With the voices turned off, when I click on Mr. Wood, the character dialogue is displayed at the top of the screen. If you want to turn the sound back on again, just reactivate the speaker.
Mrs. Bitterhausen is that terrifying lady in the purple hat, right?
Right.
Okay, so now I have to move my character to the other side of the restaurant. As long as my character isn't blocked by a wall or fence, I can click on the edge of the screen to explore different areas of the park. It's probably pretty obvious who Mrs. Bitterhausen is, but a good rule to follow in Smallywood is that if a character is directly facing the screen, we can interact with them.
Do you realize that one of your co-workers told me I was too fat to fit on Smallywood's roller coaster? I am so insulted. I will not stand for someone calling me fat.
You'll find out later in the game that one of our employees told Mrs. Bitterhausen that her hat looked totally fat, P-H-A-T. But since this employee was using slang, the message was picked up a little different by Mrs. Bitterhausen. Like many things in Smallywood, this was just a fun way of getting to some of these best practices in oral communication. In this case, it highlights the importance of avoiding slang. The goal of the oral communication game is to learn effective oral communication skills and then apply that knowledge to the various customer battles. You'll see that instead of selecting my attacks, I'm selecting appropriate oral communication responses to Mrs. Bitterhausen's complaints. But this is the start of the game, and I haven't learned anything about oral communication yet, so I can't win this battle. I'll select a response anyway.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Bitterhausen. I swear I can make it up to you if you just accept our...
You're talking too fast. Is that how you talk to customers?
Answering incorrectly will cause my power bar to drain, and the game will tell me what I did wrong. Let's jump forward a bit in the same oral communication game. You can see, at this point in the story, my character is out of the cafeteria, and there are a series of angry customers blocking my access to different parts of the park. I already have this orange badge in my inventory for speaking to Justin about the importance of speed, tone, and pitch when it comes to communicating orally. At the top of the screen, there's an angry customer that has the same badge above his head, along with a pink badge. This means that I currently possess half of the skills I'll need to defeat him. Without that pink badge though, approaching this customer won't end well. If I explore the park a little further, you can see that another one of our coworkers, Isabella, has the pink badge above her head. If I was to talk to her, I'd learn all about the important role nonverbal communication plays in oral communication, and I would earn the pink badge. With these two badges in my inventory, I can now take on the first angry customer, open a new section of the Smallywood Park, and continue to learn about oral communication skills essential to my progress in the game.
Finally, I found someone. You're not getting past me until you hear me complain about something.
Each game in Summer in Smallywood is structured differently. The Thinking Skills game revolves around our player trying to create a morning schedule for the employee handbook based on high and low priority tasks. If I approach Mr. Wood, he'll give us a shot at creating the schedule.
Do you want to try setting the morning schedule again?
Yeah, let me at it.
Now, since I haven't gone around the park and talked to my coworkers, I won't know when these tasks need to be scheduled. I can slot them into the schedule in any order I like, but this probably isn't right.
That doesn't look quite right to me. I don't think you scheduled these tasks in the right order.
How am I supposed to figure this out, Mr. Wood?
Like I said, learn about these tasks from your coworkers. Write down everything you learn on your notepad. Then use that information to schedule the tasks properly.
All right, I'll be back.
Mr. Wood has reminded me to go around the park and speak to various employees of Smallywood for clues to solve this problem. If I click on my notepad at the bottom of the screen, you can see that I already have one note written about the information booth. These notes will be written automatically as I complete different tasks around the park. Let's explore the park a little bit. By clicking on different objects in the game, you can actually explore the world of Smallywood. This is the teacup ride, and it's made from actual teacups. I'm not too sure how these kids in line are actually going to ride this one. This is Smallywood's main attraction, the Smallywood roller coaster. It even features the death-defying 3-foot drop. But as you can see, the ride is currently broken, so one of the tasks that our player will have to complete is to fix the roller coaster in order to figure out when ride maintenance needs to be scheduled. Okay, let's back out of this area now, past the information booth, and we're actually going to see Smallywood's version of a Ferris wheel, the Ferret Wheel. This next area is a selection of some of Canada's largest roadside attractions in miniature form. Just like everything else in Smallywood, you can click on these items to get a description of what they are. Let's head over into a different part of the park. Here you'll see the merry-go halfway around that seems to break every couple of seconds, and the Hall of Mirror. That's right, it has one mirror in it and it's not even bendy. This used to be a unisex restroom until they took out the toilet and left the mirror. Earlier we pointed out that the Smallywood employees would be the characters facing the screen. As I continue on through the park, you can see a couple of different employees that we can click on to actually interact with. We'll head over past the Smallywood Marine Show Spectacular and up the stairs. Here's another one of our coworkers, Justin, waiting out by the haunted bachelor apartment. Clicking on these characters allows us to learn when some of the tasks in the morning schedule can be slotted in. Now, this was only a brief introduction to the world of Smallywood. The best way to really figure out how you can use Summer in Smallywood to teach about essential skills is to try the game out yourself and read through the content provided in the facilitator's resources. Thanks for watching this video tutorial on Summer in Smallywood. We really hope that you enjoy using this exciting essential skills tool.